the universal key to creation. The language of God, the universal key to creation. Since the beginning of time, man has sought answers in the starry sky, in the whisper of the wind, in the beating of one's own heart. An ancient longing to decipher the mystery of existence, to understand the language of creation. What if I told you it's not written in the stars, but in ourselves, in the very essence of what we are, in the vibration of every cell, in the dance of each atom, the divine word resonates. Join me on a journey through the veils of reality, where science and spirituality merge in a cosmic embrace. Together, we will explore the hidden languages of God, those sacred codes that shape reality, and connect us with the origin of everything that is, what was, and what will be. Prepare to open your minds and hearts to a truth that has always been there, whispering in the melody of the universe, waiting to be heard. This is the story of the language of God, the universal key to creation. The Word is the origin of everything. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Thus begins the story of creation. A single sentence, charged with unimaginable power. Imagine an infinite void, a blank canvas waiting to be painted. Then the divine word, vibrant and eternal, breaks the silence. It is a sound that contains within itself all possibilities, all forms, all universes. A sound that creates, that gives life, that orders the primordial chaos. That primordial word still resonates today in every corner of the cosmos. It is the invisible force that drives the expansion of the universe, the energy that ignites the stars, the breath of life that runs through our planet. It doesn't matter the religion, language, or culture. Deep down, we all recognize the power of words. With it, we express our emotions, build our realities, and forge the bonds that unite us. Just as the divine word gave rise to the universe, our words have the power to create or destroy. Every thought, every sentence is a seed that we plant in the garden of reality. The language of geometry and sacred mathematics. From the pyramids of Egypt to the Tibetan mandalas, from the spirals of snails to the dance of galaxies, sacred geometry reveals itself as the silent language of the universe. Every shape, every proportion, every number hides a profound truth about the nature of reality. It's as if the Creator had left his signature on every leaf of a tree, in every snowflake, in every cell of our body. The golden ratio, for example, is repeated with astonishing precision in nature. From the arrangement of seeds in a sunflower to the structure of a spiral galaxy. It is as if the universe were governed by a mathematical harmony, a secret code that connects all things. And then there are the Platonic solids, those perfect geometric shapes that represent the basic elements of creation. The cube, the sphere, the tetrahedron, each of them is a fundamental piece in the puzzle of the universe. By studying sacred geometry, we begin to understand the mind of the cosmic architect. We discovered that the universe is not a cluster of random objects, but a symphony of shapes and proportions, a work of art designed with astonishing precision. Echoes of creation. If geometry is the architecture of the universe, sound is its music. Every atom, every molecule, every cell vibrates at a unique frequency. It is a cosmic concert that resonates from the beginning of time. Imagine the Big Bang, that burst of primordial energy. The echo of that explosion still reverberates throughout the universe, a subtle vibration that permeates everything that exists. The ancient sages knew it. Sound has the power to create and transform reality. Mantras, sacred chants, prayers, they are nothing more than ways of using sound to connect with the divine. Even our physical body responds to the power of sound. Music therapy, for example, is based on the principle that certain frequencies can heal the body and mind. And what can we say about music? That sublime manifestation of divine language. Through melody, harmony, and rhythm, music has the power to transport us to other states of consciousness, to awaken deep emotions and connect with something bigger than ourselves. In vibration and sound, we find a bridge between the material and the spiritual, a universal language that speaks to us of the fundamental unity of all things. The Word made energy. The light, the Word made energy. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. In this act of creation, the divine Word manifests itself as pure energy, as the very essence of life. Light is the messenger of the universe. Through it we perceive the world around us, the colors, the shapes, the distances. But light is much more than a simple electromagnetic wave. It is the source of vital energy that nourishes our planet, the spark that ignites photosynthesis, the engine that drives life on Earth. In many spiritual traditions, light symbolizes consciousness, wisdom, divinity. Think of the halo that surrounds the heads of the saints, in the radiance that emanates from enlightened beings. It is the light of consciousness, the eternal flame that burns within us. Just as plants move towards sunlight, we, as spiritual beings, long for the light of knowledge, the light of truth, the light of love. The next time you watch a sunrise or sunset, remember that you are witnessing a sacred spectacle. The dance of light on the horizon is a constant reminder of the divine presence in the world. God's written code. DNA and biology, the written code of God. Deep within every cell of our body lies a microscopic library, a genetic code that contains the history of our evolution, the legacy of our ancestors, the potential of our existence. I am referring, of course, to DNA. This double helix, with its elegant and complex structure, is irrefutable proof of the existence of a divine language. A language written with the letters of the genetic code, which is organized into words called genes, which are grouped into chapters called chromosomes. Imagine, for a moment, the amount of information contained in a single cell. It's as if we have a miniature universe within ourselves, and every cell in our body, from the neurons in our brain to the cells in our skin, contains a complete copy of this master code. DNA is living proof that we are not the product of chance, but of intelligent design. A design that has been perfected over millions of years of evolution, guided by an invisible hand. By understanding the language of DNA, we begin to unlock the secrets of life itself. We can cure diseases, improve our health, and even alter the course of evolution. But with this knowledge comes great responsibility. The power to manipulate life must be used with wisdom and compassion, always respecting the sanctity of the divine code. The language of consciousness and intuition. While we have explored the languages of the physical universe, there is an even more subtle and powerful language, the language of consciousness. An inner voice that whispers to us, guides us, connects us with something bigger than ourselves. Intuition, that spark of understanding that comes without warning, is a form of divine language. It is the voice of the soul, the wisdom of the heart, the internal compass that shows us the way. How many times have we had a feeling, a hunch, that saved us from danger or led us to make the right decision? These signs, often subtle, are messages from the universe, attempts at communication from the world soul. Meditation, prayer, the connection with nature. They are practices that help us silence mental noise and tune into the frequency of universal consciousness. By opening ourselves to the experience of intuition, we begin to hear the voice of our inner wisdom, that infallible guide that accompanies us from the moment of our birth. The language of consciousness is a universal language, which knows no boundaries of culture, religion, or language. It is the language of the soul, the language of the heart, and the language of God's infinite love. The universe is a great language in action. When we look up at the starry sky on a clear night, we realize that we are part of something much bigger than ourselves. An immense and mysterious universe governed by precise laws. A cosmos that dances to the rhythm of a cosmic symphony. Every star that shines in the darkness, each galaxy that rotates in the immensity of space, each particle that vibrates in the void, is a letter in the great book of the universe. A book written in the language of physics, chemistry, biology, and consciousness. And we, as human beings, have the privilege of being able to read this book, to be able to decipher its secrets, to be able to understand their language. Science, in its tireless quest to understand the universe, becomes a tool to decipher the language of God. Every scientific discovery is like a new word we learn, a new sentence that we understand. A new chapter is revealed to us. But true wisdom does not reside only in intellectual understanding, but in direct experience, in the deep connection with the mystery of existence. By opening our hearts to the beauty of the universe, as we marvel at the perfection of nature, by contemplating the vastness of the cosmos, we begin to understand the most ancient and universal language, the language of the Master. The echo of creation. We have traveled together through the languages of God. We have touched the veils of mystery. We have glimpsed the source code of creation. But this journey doesn't end here. It's just beginning. Because the universe speaks to us in a constant whisper, in an eternal dance of energy and consciousness. Keep your eyes open, your ears attentive, your hearts receptive. The key to understanding God's language is not in an ancient book, not even in a sophisticated laboratory, but in the very essence of who we are. In the stillness of the night when the world sleeps, listen carefully. The universe whispers to you its eternal song, a song of creation, of love and unity.